I don't know about the side speak of England, but sure our short corner really upsetting me. I was a little sinner. And having gone to the fourth to see the ball. Of course I was the fourth, and I've got more men coming up. So I've got reinforcements coming. Reinforcements coming from Belfast with General Nugent. Yes, I had a dispatch right along 5 hours ago to Nugent up in Belfast, and we've had the men seen off in Ballyheaston. They're not going to come and join us. We've had the men seen off outside Rockford in Norway. Nugent is taking care of them on his way here. And once Nugent comes, they'll be disbanded. And I've given it a good talking to them to go home, save their lives, save their homes, because once this is all over, it's not over. We will stick them out and put them to the sword and hang them from Carrick. I suggest we go and negotiate. And we have to come to silence, please. We have silence for the parley, please, drummers. Silence during the parley. So, Henry Joy McCracken, you've heard what Major Seddon had to say. Major Seddon, I am Henry Joy McCracken, leader of the United Irishmen of Antrim and Down. We've taken Ballymena, Randallstown and Larne. We're calling on you now to keep up your arms. My comrade here, James Duck, will give you our strength. We've destroyed the bridge in Trim, so you have no hope of any support from the north. I'm James Hope, Major said. I have the honour to be second in command to Henry Joy McCracken of the combined forces of Antrim and Down. We know your strength, 150 men, including some civilians. We have 9,000 men. 4 columns are surrounding the town. We have north, west, south and east. From the north, we have Roddy McCorney, his defenders, and the United Irishmen of North Antrim and Toon. They have destroyed the bridge, so you have no hope of assistance from the north. Our colleagues and brethren in Down have risen, so you have no hope of any help from Belfast or Lisburn. We've seen off your dragoons with their pikes and muskets. You've seen the slaughter we've given there. I am prepared to lead a full frontal attack on your position. No quarter will be given. My colleague Don McGivern here has a team of 100 sharpshooters who will outflank you to the right. We have a good defensive position that stands, but we will have a full frontal assault, and then our sharpshooters will take you from the right. We do not wish to have any more bloodshed. We have taken Ballymena, we've taken Carrickfergus, we've taken Randallstown. We allowed the troops in Randallstown to lay down their arms and march out. We're giving you the same offer, but as Henry Joy said, if you don't take this offer now, battle will commence and there will be no quarter given. I'm very sorry to disappoint you two gentlemen, but you've been fighting me now for almost 7 hours with my small force, with your crack men. What have you achieved? Nothing. What happened to your cannon at the top of the town is like yourselves, it fell apart, just like you will do if you march on us now. I give you fair warning, gentlemen. Despite what your intelligence is, our intelligence is a lot better. Our men are marching. Nugent is on his way. My advice to you is, like you're trying to advise me, stupidly enough, to give up my weapons, which you know will never happen. Our men, our crack shots, not pretend crack shots, like these 100 men you've had a chance to use all day on it. Where have they been? They haven't produced themselves. I'm sorry, but I cannot believe you. I can only put the faith in His Majesty's regiments will attend upon us and will attend and come to our plea. I ask you to leave the field. I ask you to spare your women and children the plight of having to make a living without the head of the family and the older sibling boys being there to help them. And I will make sure you're put off your lands and out of your houses. And we will seek you and we will hang you from the highest tree. You've been given fair warning, and now it's up to yourselves. Our cause is just. We're men of honour. We're fighting for freedom. Your men are lackeys. So we will not take your orders, sir. We will meet you, pike against Major Snedden. Give up your arms and we'll let your ship go in safe passage. Otherwise, gentlemen, look behind you. Look at your men. What have they got? Sticks with farm implements attached to them. Women and children, no age. The only thing they have in their hearts is they rally behind these men because they believe in you. But remember, after today, they will have no faith in ever rising again. We will put this rising down. Once again, I appeal on my good nature to ask you to leave the field. If not, bring forth your men. We're willing to take them on. You think them little farm implements is going to take on this splendid line of well-trained, seasoned troops? Well, I don't know. I give up his humanity if this is all you can do, and call your men. Have a soul, gentlemen. Have a thought for who stand behind you. We're up coming down, gentlemen.
So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. The Army of Ulster returns to the bridge end under the command of Henry Joy McCracken with James Hope, and under the command of Major Seton. The King's forces composed of troopers and cavalrymen, and very importantly 3 artillery pieces, get ready for the battle. Now, the delay in the rebel attack had allowed General Nugent to gain information from informants, and General Nugent, as you heard, alerted Seton, who commanded the small garrison, and he said, "We will reinforce you. The Belfast garrison will arrive." Taking a carefully calculated risk, General Nugent dispatched a mixed column of regulars, militia and yeomanry from Belfast, and another from General Godey's command in Lisburn, in the hope of squashing the rebellion on the first day without endangering the important city and indeed strategic city of Belfast. Alas, despite his theoretical overwhelming superiority, initially he had 9,000, it's believed 4,000 fought of battle, but McCracken waited far too long before entering the historic town of Antrim through the Scotch quarter, and the tiny garrison, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, had plenty of time to prepare a doughty defence. With delays and confusion amongst the rebels, it's estimated that Seton's force of 150 faced approximately 4,000 rebels. The garrison formed themselves in a strong defensive position at the base of the domain wall of Antrim Castle, with infantry to the fore and cavalry to the rear, Lumley's cavalry to the rear, with their flanks anchored by the market house and the Presbyterian meeting house. The cavalry, led by Colonel William Lumley, commander of the 22nd Dragoons, had obtained permission to move ahead of the main relief column heading for Antrim, and he entered the town by the Masserine Bridge. So you can hear now that the pipes are trying to inspire the troops, giving them hope in their hearts. The wonderful sound of pipes and drums, encouraging the brave pikemen of the United Irishmen under the command of Henry Joy McCracken on towards battle with the men of the King's Army, commanded by Major Seton. The main rebel attack took place at about 3 p.m, when the first rank of attackers was met by cannon fire, which caused them to withdraw. This encouraged and indeed emboldened Lumley, who thought it was general retreat to make the mistake of launching a cavalry charge. But the pikemen saw off the horses with their long pikes. They were able to ground their pikes into the ground and form a defensive wall of soldiers with the pikes at a 45-degree angle, thus keeping the horses away. The horse had no choice but to impale itself on the pike or else to retreat. However, the rebels managed to retreat in an orderly fashion, and they now reformed in a strong defensive position. They met and they routed the cavalry with both musket fire and, of course, the long traditional symbol of the United Irish Rebellion, the pike. The dragoons took casualties. Colonel Lumley was severely wounded and 2 of his officers were killed. His cavalry were raked with musket fire by Hope's sharpshooters positioned throughout the town on the battle as they retreated. The rebels were encouraged by this retreat, and they attacked Seton's defensive position in the town so fiercely that the troops began to withdraw, and in this confusion, Lord O'Neill, the then Lord O'Neill, was killed. A rebel attempt to seize the hardware, supplies, the important musketry was narrowly beaten off with the help of a strapping local lady, Peggy Gordon, surely an early example of shell power in Northern Ireland. Seton then withdrew his men behind the walls of Antrim Castle, and from this strong shelter beat off several attacks that tried to dislodge him, including shooting a number of attacks on the flank or on the side. Alas for the United Irishmen, in spite of their overwhelming superior numbers, at this crucial stage of the battle, there was confusion in ranks of the northern column of the Army of Ulster. They thought a bugle call for the retreat of dragoons was actually an order to charge. As I said before, musical instruments play an important role in the battle. Commands were given by the wave of the flag, or indeed the sound of a bugle.
Don't see the camera hand, please.
So there you are, ladies and gentlemen, that was the deployment of the artillery piece. And remember, the artillery could be either great shots, which is like shrapnel, which would cut through the ranks of soldiers, or indeed a cannonball, which usually bounced and then would slide through 2 or 3 ranks. So now you can see the rebels forcing Major Sedgwick and his army back to their defensive position, the redoubt in Antrim Castle. Sedgwick withdraws his men behind the walls of Antrim Castle, and from this shelter leads off many attacks to the lodges. The rebels had the upper hand here, ladies and gentlemen, but there was a bugle call, and this was fatal. It was to actually get the King's army to retreat to the safety of the castle, but the rebels thought it was the order to charge, and they feared the town was in loyalist hands, that the King's troops had come up and they were about to be attacked. And this is the problem. Ultimately, the rebels lost their hope and they retreated. Henry Joy McCracken showed his true bravery and leadership in attempting to prevent any panic. But as I say, ladies and gentlemen, before modern communications and the like, battlefields were a confusing place, and often people didn't realise what was going on. In a battlefield, the only way was to charge. If you went into a retreat, you had your back to the enemy, and you presented an easy target to them. So McCracken attempted to stop the panic, and apart from those holding the churchyard, many of the rebels started ultimately to disperse. As I say, James Hope was acting effectively as a number 2 to Henry Joy McCracken. It was the local Antrim man, John McGibbon, who assembled 53 United Irishman rebels with muskets to attack the yeomanry as panic spread. So you can see at the moment now here, ladies and gentlemen, the rebels are beginning to fall back, having got confused. You can just again hear the guns, these wonderful guns. They are replicas of some of the muskets that would have been fired at the time, along with the artillery piece. And it looks like one rebel has been captured and has been marched off to the tower as I speak. So the 2 sides now are forming up again for another charge. As I say, such as battles like this, there was an ebb and flow. It was an urban conflict, not like the traditional Battle of Waterloo or other battles on the plains and open fields. But here this was an urban battle in a restricted environment, down street, onto the sort of base of the castle, in the castle domain. Waving the rebel flag, the gold harp on a green background, with a gold trim. This was, of course, before the Act of Union, so the then Union flag was not in existence. It was just the flag of St George and the cross of St Andrew. The cross of St Andrew, of course, was added after 1801 when the Act of Union came in. And as I say, the Act of Union largely stemmed from rebellions like this and its desire to bring Ireland under increasing control from central administration to Westminster. So as I say, the armies would have formed up opposite each other. There would have been charges, and then vicious hand-to-hand fighting. And then one side would have retreated a bit more, as the King's army ultimately retreats to a final position in Antrim Castle. And of course, had the walls of the Antrim Castle been breached, of course the history could have been different. The king's troops had 3 cannons. Unfortunately, the rebels only had one mounted on a cart. It only in the event fired 1 shot. And the whole purpose was to take the important garrison town of Antrim, and in that way have war weapons, and in particular, have the tanks or hardware of their time, the artillery beat them. Now we see, ladies and gentlemen, a march by Major Seddon, leading his troops, rallying. Remember, both sides knew that no quarter would be given, that if the garrison surrendered, they would all be killed. Time for the relief column, I believe. Time for the relief column. So, at this critical juncture, British reinforcements arrived from Belfast, just outside the town, and they actually assumed it to be held by the rebels and began to shell it with their artillery. So this was a case of friendly fire. The guns of General Nugent fired on their own troops. This alas prompted more desertions, and the rebel army began to disintegrate, but their small withdrawal was protected by a vital band of brothers, later named the Spartan Band, under James Hope, who fought a successful rearguard action from the church grounds along the main street, which allowed the bulk of the rebels to withdraw safely. So this was heroism indeed. Ultimately, the rebels were pushed out of the town. Having a casualty evacuated from the battle site. As I say, in these days, women went to war and were involved in taking care of the wounded, as well, of course, as feeding the army. All these roles, of course, later on became professional with the Royal Army Medical Corps and, of course, the Service Corps that would ensure that people were fed and looked after. But in these days, rebels had to do all this themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, the rebels hearing the British arriving decide to withdraw. So at this stage, Major Seddon knows that he has won the day. He has held the garrison of Antrim, and that indeed the rebels are on the back foot, that they'll have to withdraw. And the military, the British Army, the King's Army, wiped out the army of Ulster. They entered the town, and they took no quarter. They murdered men, women, and children. They began a spree of looting and burning, and it was noted amongst the most enthusiastic perpetrators of this revenge, no more than the destruction was members of the Modern Militia. 4 of whom had been previously executed for a mutinous revolt. But Crackling hoped that their remaining supporters would move northward, establishing camps at ever-dribbling tribes along the route of their recent retreat, until finally news of their defeat of the United Irishmen in the Battle of Ballyheigue took all their hopes. The postscript was that Henry Joy McCracken was arrested by yeomen on the 7th of July. He was hanged in Belfast for his part in this rebellion on the 17th of July, having refused an offer of clemency, effectively his life, for giving information on his comrades. Henry Joy McCracken is remembered and commemorated to this day as his historic role in the 1798 Summer Soldiers' Rebellion. Bearing in mind the number of combatants involved, casualties were surprisingly light. It's reported that from the military estimates that counted the bodies afterwards, that between 150 and 200 rebels were killed. But it's reported that amongst the Crown forces, 2 officers were killed, along with the then Lord O'Neill. But there's no report of actually how many members of the King's Army were actually killed. It is reported that the Belfast force under General Nugent were leaving Antrim did not lose a single man. On the 4th of June 2016, over 200 years after this battle. The castle gardens in Antrim, the sound of cannons, muskets, the clash of pikes or swords, the swirl of pipes, and the haunting sound of the fife and the lambrette drum, was a re-enactment of the final skirmishes between Major Stetson and Henry Joy McCracken's forces. The British forces, led by Major Stetson, won the day based upon their defensive position in the castle, and they took on and beat off the rebel attack, bravely led by McCracken, McGibbon and Rogers Corley. On behalf of the great Gate Fairs of Ireland, we'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you've enjoyed and learnt a lot from this. Just to remind you that you can enjoy a free £5 off voucher for the Great Gate Fairs of Ireland Country Fair in the historic James Castle Estate. And we'll also have the Gate Fairs Living Village, which will have a similar enactment to today, which will show you how important our history is to you. We hope you've enjoyed today. As I say, the lessons of history are being learned, and I now leave you with that great lament, the Flower of Scotland. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen, the King's troops just acknowledging the famous victory. As I say, one is always magnanimous in victory. Now, Major Stetson's around. Maybe he'd join me for a few words, along with the ghost of Henry Joy McCracken, and then we will have a little talk about the battle. As I say, ultimately, power resided with the King's force. They had the artillery pieces. They also had mounted troops, cavalry, and to this day you will see horses are often used in all the situations.